Hi, guys. I am doing a deep dive on Jamie Foxx's health crisis that he had in April of 2023. Now, it's basically fallen into a realm of conspiracy now as to whether or not he really indicated that Diddy had any connection to it. Some people claim that Fox had said during a uh, filming of his Netflix special that if Diddy had been involved, that he would not be alive anymore. So not so certain about if there was a misunderstanding or whether or not there's actually truth to this. So I'm just going to take a look at his health issue and ask if Diddy was actually involved. I'm going to see what I can as to what caused it, if I can see what it was with the cards. Um, anyway, I'll give you what I get, and this is all alleged for entertainment purposes only. These are cards, okay? And sometimes they're on point, and sometimes, not. So take it with a grain of salt. All right, let's just see. Did Jamie Foxx suffer a health crisis last year in April 2023 connected to Diddy? Was it connected to Diddy? Was Diddy, in any way, shape, or form somehow responsible for the crisis of health that Jamie Foxx underwent in April of 2023? So I'm kind of looking for a yes or no. Wanting to shuffle these cards really good. Is Diddy connected to Jamie Foxx's health crisis of April 2023? All right, let's see what we get. Okay. Well, I get the Knight of Pentacles. And I get the Page of Wands. This seems like a possible yes to me, because both of these cards, the Page of Wands would be a yes. The Knight of Pentacles is a very slow moving knight. And I guess you could say that his health crisis, certainly with the Knight of Pentacles, was very slow moving. He was in coma, and he was like that for a while. He had to learn how to walk, all kinds of stuff. It was pretty major. So to me, we might be seeing a similarity based or a connection through substance, maybe even with the Knight of Pentacles. But let me just see some more here. I'm getting the Sun, and I'm getting the Six of Wands. Okay, now here, this is some form of recognition or identification publicly. And we do get the Sun. So if there's a connection, and I think there might be with these cards, it would seem to me that the identification would be coming forth. It would be exposed by the Sun, and some form of recognition. So I think it's saying he may clear up and be more forthcoming in that Netflix special or some other future means of bringing light, literally, upon the responsible party, or what was or who was behind it. It could, like I'm saying, it kind of feels like to me like there could have been obtaining substance maybe through him. All right, let's pull a few more cards. I get the Ace of Cups and the Chariot. He is produced a very emotionally outpouring flow of feelings with him that he's overcome it, because he wasn't so sure that he would. So it's a very emotional thing for him. Plus, this says to me, this could be a substance of some kind. It could have been in a liquid form, not necessarily baby oil, but maybe a drink or a liquid type substance. There's something with that and that overflowing, which may symbolize that something's very powerful in the way that it's causing this overflow of emotion, of effect. And it's with the Chariot. I think identifying Diddy would be very much emotional as well. And it does fall right after the Sun and the Six of Wands, which is identifying how he overcame the battle that he was engaged in with his health over that long period with the Knight of Pentacles, and is very, I feel like, grateful, so on and so forth, and very, determined to keep moving and move forward and not look back. I think leaving whatever may have caused it behind. Now, we do get work, and he was on the set of a film, I believe, and we get the tower. He did collapse at work, and there is something connected to his work and the industry, this greater skill that's connected with a fall, a need to rebuild. And it looks to me like with the Nine of Pentacles, it would indicate he's had to have a lot of special help to overcome the tower moment with his health. Okay. So far, I'm not getting any like kings that I would be looking for. So I'm going to throw again and see if I can get it to speak to that. But there was an excess, some kind of an excess, because Temperance is here. And the Four of Wands. This can be socializing locally. This can be home, or kind of a public area locally that is familiar and comfortable to him. And maybe that is where these things have been picked up, whatever. All right. I think also that he recuperated at home as well is a true thing. And he really kept out of the public eye, understandably, because he was frankly in coma and then very disabled afterward and was doing a lot of rehabilitative work. So let me just see. Can we see if Sean Combs, that's Diddy, is he in any way connected to the health crisis of April 2023 that Jamie Foxx experienced? Is Sean Combs in any way connected to the health crisis that Jamie Foxx experienced? Yes, no. Let's see what we get. Well, I'm getting a Six of Swords. this makes me feel like he's really wanting to focus on moving on past it. I almost feel like he doesn't want me to look too much. Yeah, it's about overcoming this is self-control, moderation rather, couldn't think of the right word. And it's pushed him to a healthier way of living, a more moderated, mindful way of living, and being mindful of whatever he puts in his body. Still not getting. I think it could be a yes. I get a Queen of Cups, actually, and I get the Six of Cups, which could be his child. His daughter did look after him and his family. So this, to me, is their caring for him and his gratitude. I think they also stay on him to remind him, don't do that again, or don't do anything you think may have brought it on. Again, we're getting home and family, and we're getting the world. It really made him appreciate his home, his family, and I feel with the world, he will have success yet ahead. I'm not really getting a really strong Diddy connection, to be honest. I think a lot of people want it to be connected to that, but I don't know that it is. I do think it could be connected to substance, but which could even be medication for all I know. Maybe his body didn't respond well to it. Let's just see. Did Jamie Foxx, did his health crisis happen because of maybe substance use of some kind? Did Jamie Foxx have a health crisis based on substance use of some kind? Well, there is something that is hidden or is secretive. And there is an aspect of possibly someone feeling like they get away with something. But let me get that extra card. I'm getting a Queen of Swords. There's clarity. There might be a woman that is aware of the fact of what it probably is. This could even be a doctor, somebody that may have specialized knowledge. But let me just pull out a few more cards. And I do get the Hermit. That I feel like whatever this is, he's wanting to keep it very, very quiet. And we do get being one on one's own. We're getting the Nine of Pentacles, and this is luxury. This is a lifestyle. There's looking into lifestyle and into what's in one's environment. Food, drink. This should be ideally the Nine of Pentacles is someone that's pretty comfortable, has good health, has a good environment. Things are on the upswing. But we've got this with pulling back and doing a lot of retrospective looking at oneself. I tend to think it's a part of himself, obviously, that he needs to bring up to speed and be mindful about and not try and get away with. And I don't think he will anymore. There's real change with the Wheel of Fortune and looking into the future, maybe even jobs that are overseas or films that are overseas. But there could also be change in regard to the matter in the future where he might bring out a little bit more and a little bit more. I think it's going to be like a little bit of a trickle with him as far as him really saying what it was. You know, I don't know that I necessarily get substance either, but I do get that, somebody may have put something else in there. I don't know. These days, people can use all kinds of things, eye drops, God knows what else, if they want to cause someone health issues. So he was on set, and it does look like there is some kind of mischief with regard to this. So let's just see. Did someone, if it wasn't Diddy, did someone cause Jamie to have this health crisis outside of himself? Is someone else responsible for Jamie having this health crisis outside of himself? Well, I'm getting the Six of Wands. This is like overcoming a lot of obstacles here. And I'm getting the Ace of Wands. This is energy. This is taking action. Now, this could be someone overcoming a lot of obstacles to take action and do this. Or this could be just, again, Jamie having a real fight on his hands to get his stamina back and his I get like the electrical grid of the body with the Ace of Wands, and respiration possibly being an issue. Like he's going to have to really work hard. I'm just not getting other people so much. I'm getting some, but I am getting some, again, that walking away card. This could be also him being neglectful of his own health. And the Knight of Wands. There's a real desire not to be looking back at it. So here he is with the Ten of Swords and the Five of Cups. Possible a mixture of substance, maybe, that just didn't agree with his system. There is some, I think, permanent loss that he's endured with this Five of Cups. Even though he's pretty much, I think, back on track, I think he still has some things he may not completely get back. This is a release of toxin. So it could have been an intoxicant of some kind, or some kind of poisoning, if you will. This card is also known about release. Did somebody, put it in there as a joke? I don't know. This is really not clear. But something may come out. Again, I see something in the spotlight, and people like, again, it took an enormous amount of investment of energy, focus, drive, a lot of hard work, and a lot of very specialized people to rehabilitate Jamie. That keeps coming up. I'm just not sure. Something definitely seems to have gotten into his system in kind of a roundabout kind of way. I don't like that. So I want more clarity on that fact of this hidden manner that something, I think, that triggered his health crisis. How did what caused Jamie's health crisis? What caused Jamie Foxx's health crisis? Ooh, Gosh, well, I am getting a King of Cups. Now, this can be, this could be Diddy, potentially, because he is a Scorpio. Paired with Justice. Justice gets involved with a male water sign. This person's already facing law. I think it could be Diddy. I think he doesn't want to come right out and say it. I think he's still scared to say it. But I think there could be a Diddy connection, because boing, it right here finally comes out. But I had to get through a lot of what I feel like is a wall that I think Jamie puts up around his suspicion or his knowledge. But when I ask this particular question, I'm getting finally the figure of a man and somebody that is dealing with the law right now. And the 10 of Swords. That to me would have been Jamie's health crisis and the Emperor. I feel like that's the authorities. Did he contact the authorities? Or did someone else that maybe been a family member? Maybe. Especially if they weren't sure that he was going to get well. They would, I'm sure, be asking FBI potentially to look into any possibilities, mundane or sinister. So to me, this is what I was looking for as a guilty. And I do think he is connected. This is very clear to me. Very, very clear with regard to Jamie's situation. But I do feel that Jamie wants to say, but he doesn't want to say. And I think that's why we're getting mixed messages, along with the fact that people love conspiracy theories. But I think that's why we're getting some of these confusing updates with regard to him talking about what it was that caused it. I'm getting that it was a male person that is dealing with the law or will be dealing with the law. And I think that is definitely Diddy. And we have the authorities here. And this is also could be Jamie. You know, he's a father, husband. I think he's still married for all I know. But I do feel like regardless whether this is both authorities in law, because that was that card next to it, the law card, the justice card, or whether it represents him, both of these things can be true. It doesn't have to be one or the other. But I feel that it is suggesting that the law is involved looking into his health and looking at a male in particular. And they're not looking, this isn't Jamie. Okay. Jamie would be a knight of wands or a king of wands. King of wands. And again, I'm getting his daughter or somebody that's the first word I'm saying, but maybe just because I read that his daughter did really look after him and take a very proactive approach toward looking after her dad, as well as his family, just in general, from what I understand. But I do get a female. If this isn't the daughter, again, I'm not sure if he's still married or not with these Hollywood people. It could be a wife or the daughter, but they would be an adult. They would legally be an adult. And they helped him to overcome, took an active role in guiding him forward, and still are. All right, we get the Lovers, and we get the Nine of Pentacles. So I think there is harmony. I feel like there is restoration, and a deeper connection to, I feel like, his family and his wife, and enjoying life, and living well. So the best revenge sometimes is just living well. And I do feel like I was given an indication here that somebody could have possibly contacted authorities about Jamie. And I don't think it was necessarily Jamie. I think it could have been when Jamie was still in coma. So let me just ask, did a member of Jamie's family contact authorities? I mean, I would if it was my dad. So we all don't need to live in fear if somebody did something like that. And I hope that they won't, because I see them being safe now. I don't see there being a threat or anything like that around them. But let's just see. Did a member of Jamie's family contact authorities to investigate his illness? I'm getting the Chariot. This is a go ahead. This is a green light. This is a yes. This is a we're moving forward. So that would be yes. Hi, Bear. Bear is saying hello, guys. And the Hermit. I think it was done in the hush hush. And one person did it out of, it wasn't, I don't know if whoever it was within, I think, his family were kind of being given a protective, I feel like, shield. And that this person did it on their own. They may not have discussed it with anyone else. They may have just privately, quietly contacted someone. Maybe they know someone that could do quiet research. But yeah, it's there. And I do feel like, yeah, it's connected to the health crisis. And we get the King of Pentacles. Now, Jamie's moon, I believe, is Taurus. And this would be him. I feel like he was, with these cards, I feel like he was still in coma. I feel like someone else did that. My birthday kid just came in. 33. Can you believe it? Anyway, back to Jamie Foxx and the Sean Combs issues, scandals, crisis. I would want to know why. Why would Sean Combs do this? Why did Sean Combs do that to Jamie? Why was this done? I mean, you must have fallen out of favor with him, made him feel threatened somehow, if that's indeed what happened. But I'm getting that I feel like it is. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Why? Why would Diddy have poisoned him? Okay, wanted to give it a darn good shuffle. All right. 5 of Pentacles, loss of money. Did he lose money because of him? Was there some advice he gave that didn't work well? There's a decline in money. And this is also a decline in health. So maybe he thought, well, if my money's going down, your health is going to go out the door. So that's a money decline. And the Knight of Wands. Something he did may have caused a loss of money or income or profit. It may have also potentially made Sean look bad potentially, or look weak in some fashion. Maybe he showed him up in some way, because this card can also be about, not being all He-Man tough and virile and fit and strong. And this would be anger, and this is taking action, in my opinion. And I'm the one reading the cards, so read your own cards if you don't agree with me. All right. Ooh, oh boy, guys, look at this. We're getting the Seven of Cups and the Tower. This, to me, is some kind of substance that took Jamie down. So, yeah. I think he decided it would be through either like a drink or something along those lines, because I do constantly get like Ace of Cups, and I'm getting the Seven of Cups, and that's my many readers card for substance, including alcohol, of course, and including water, even though, I mean, but this, because it has kind of a fantasy aspect to it with the Seven of Cups, or a mind altering thing that's kind of dreamy. You can either be, you're having dreams about things, but not in this case. This is about substance that is powerful and that is meant to rip the rug out from someone. So I feel like it was because of a loss of some kind of financial profit or gain. Maybe some work or some person that he was counting on. Somehow it looks like to me he feels angry and feeling like he looks foolish, or like weak. Okay. And that anger changes into the Tower and the Seven of Cups, followed by the Ace of Cups. What did I tell you? And the Eight of Wands. Something very fast acting. I really would question what he may have been drinking on set, and somebody putting something in there. And I'm feeling like it looks like water, but it's not. Yeah, causes potentially problems with respiratory, again, the heart, a real strain on the body energetically, and again with the respiratory, the electrical grid of the body, the brain function. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I just will have to look up and see if I can find anything. It may not be anything that the public would be aware of as far as a job goes, but what was it that Sean or Diddy felt that he was not being respected, or that he felt he was out of money? Why was this? What was this based on? Is this based on a person or a job or bad advice that Jamie gave him or something? Why? How did Jamie cause this loss of money or pride? How did Jamie cause a loss of face, if you will, and possibly financial? Most definitely financial as well. Well, this to me, star, not for nothing. And Jamie is a star. Maybe he was supposed to be part of some project. And we get the Seven of Cups. It was something that may have been being worked on. It looks to me like there was a lot of ideas going on. We're getting that Seven of Cups, but it could have also been at a party with a lot of celebrities there. That's also a possibility with these two cards. Let me see what else I get. We're getting the Knight of Swords. Oh my goodness. Oh, and the Five of Swords. Okay. This really pissed him off. Again, we're getting that he was really angry. So it could have been, while he was under the influence, he could have said something to other famous people. And I think it made Sean feel that he was making him look weak. And it could have been something like a kind of a sharp or very dry kind of comment, maybe even bordering on being a bit of a bully or taking it too far. And definitely the card of taking it too far with this reaction. This is the card of somebody that is willing to take things too far. And sometimes the bully, often a bully, somebody's feelings can get hurt. And so I'm feeling like he may have been under the influence and said something one time, and it really didn't sit right with Combs. I feel like it's more of a loss of face. But that just did not, oh my God, the anger that came off those cards, palpable. The Ace of Cups, look at that, and the Five of Wands. So there's fighting, there's arguing, there's competing as well. I think Sean doesn't like competition. And maybe Jamie made a comment. Somebody likes me better than you, or something like that. You never know. But look, it looks like it's under the influence once again, and we've got a lot of feelings. It hits a button with him, and he's angry. And I can't say that I think that there were words here exchanged, and it may have been at one of his parties or some kind of social event. All right. Will Jamie ever come forward and admit that Sean is connected, or Diddy, to the health crisis that he endured in 2023? Sean, is he ever going to expose Diddy more forthright? Because right now he's just dancing around the table and flirting with telling the truth. It looks like he's testing the waters, maybe, by having this come out, this story. So is he ever going to come forward? Is Jamie ever going to come forward and just spell it out? I'm getting, I think so, actually, with this Five of Swords. I think it's the comment that I saw just a moment ago. And to me, this is not meant to offend. It's meant to be lighthearted with the Page of Cups. It's said in humor. It's said in fun. To be ridiculous, to be silly with the fish out of the cup as a surprise, something unexpected. I think he just popped off something kind of dry and maybe sharp, and it wasn't a glass of wine, so I don't think Sean liked it. The dry, sharp comment. I'm getting a Queen of Cups and a Seven of Pentacles. I feel like there may have been a woman around, somebody that he's maybe trying to work with the 7, or has plans or had plans to work with. So I'm not sure. Could this be the wife? Some kind of comment? I'm just not. And I mean Jamie's wife, because that Queen of Cups came up and I wasn't sure whether it was a daughter or wife. So I just kind of went with daughter. It could be either one. But whatever it was, the joke didn't land right. And we get the Tower and the Chariot. So you just got to move on now. That disaster has struck and he has to rebuild his life. But he will successfully. And that's what Spirit wants us to know. That's what the divine wants us to know. Okay. All right. Well, if you appreciate readings like this, please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And talk amongst yourselves and with me in the comments below. Do you think that he had anything to do with it? I do, from my reading. And I just feel that Jamie's not completely ready yet to be more forthright about it, and is testing waters with some of these stories. And I think that he will probably eventually come out with it, because I did get that. I feel like it looks like he might say what it was that he said to him, what the comment was, and that he was just joking around. But just any comment that your normal person would roll off our back. No, not with Diddy. So I just want to look again. I just can't help it. Will Jamie just come out and be transparent about what caused his health crisis, or what he suspects did? I feel like, yes, he will. I feel like this is him, because I believe he does have a Taurus moon. Oh, check that again. Yeah, look, the health issue. I think he's working his way to confronting it. And that there is that special he's working on, which is entitled What Happened Was, or something like along those lines, like his Netflix special. And overwork as well, exhaustion. But not just that. It could have caused a stroke, to be honest. I'm getting that with this. And the electrical energy in the brain and the body. Yes. And while he was working and working hard, there's Sean. Sean wanted to control and to also shut him up. I often get that with Sean. He doesn't like people. If they say something, he doesn't care for it. He's going to try to force them to be quiet. Here's Jamie with the 3 of Cups at a party, socializing with friends. We're getting 3 people. I think that, with that 5 of Cups that we had earlier, with the 3 that were overturned, I think these are the 3 people that he was maybe socializing with. Diddy may have been one, and I think another person, and Jamie could have been the 3rd. But I think he's lost those friends, and that's the way he looks at it. He's never going to get that back with the 3 of overspilled cups in the 5 of Cups that was earlier. And here they are, where he was showing us he was partying. So socializing with at least 2 other people, maybe 3, but a small group. And Knight of Pentacles, people that have been working for, I think, many years and are well-to-do. So I feel like this is the nature of who he was around. He was around these are other wealthy people that work in the industry. All right. So again, I can't but reiterate, yes, I think he did have something very much to do with it. I think he made a comment. I think Jamie made some kind of comment or joke that didn't land well with Combs at all. And it may have been during a social party or function. And yeah, so you can, as I said, you can leave what you think in the comments below. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next video or live.